If anyone tells you the brains of Bengal have drained away to the Silicon Valley, to Bangalore, to Hyderabad, to NASA, or to CERN, you have not been here. This is not Las Vegas or some fancy schmancy Hollywood sci-fi set. This is Santosh Mitra Square, and this is a Durga Puja pandal. Look at this. It's the Sreebhumi Sporting Club pandal. This year, they recreated a mini Tirupati temple, gold and white everywhere, making it look super regal. Last year, they had gone with the Paris Disneyland. This year, they've gone the devotional route, but with just as much drama. The Santosh Mitra Square recreated the viral sphere of Las Vegas using a bunch of LEDs to create an 11D visual experience. It's futuristic, flashy, and an insta dream. A super immersive and definitely my personal favorite this year.
Another standout is Kumartuli Sarvajonin, which tapped into the spirit of the farmers.
But where did this whole thing come from? And how did Durga become this ultimate symbol of power in Bengal? I'm Manish Adhikary, and I will find the answers for you in today's episode of the India Today Culture Project. The origins of Durga Puja are rooted in one of Hindu mythology's wildest stories, the epic showdown between goddess Durga and a demon named Mahishasura. Now, Mahishasura wasn't your average villain. He was a shape-shifting demon, part buffalo, part asura, with a massive ego and even bigger ambitions. Thanks to a divine loophole, he couldn't be killed by any man or god. He thought he was invincible. And of course, he used that power to terrorize the universe, even going after the gods themselves. The gods, they freaked out. Totally powerless, they called him the Big Three: Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. These three did not just team up, they combined their powers to create the ultimate warrior, Ma Durga. Now, Durga was not just some ordinary goddess, she was next level, the embodiment of divine energy, strength, and a fierce protector of the universe. Armed with weapons from all the gods and riding a lion like the total boss she was, she went head to head with Mahishasura. The battle wasn't a quick one either, it lasted 9 intense days, symbolizing the ongoing fight between good and evil. Finally, on the 10th day, Vijayadashami, Durga landed the final blow, taking down Mahishasura for good and bringing peace back to the universe. And that's what we celebrate during Durga Puja, our ultimate victory. Each day of the festival representing a day of the epic battle. But how did this cosmic fight turn into the massive festival it is today? Now, back in the 16th century in Bengal, the Malla kings started honoring Durga in a big way. Fast forward a couple of centuries to the late 1700s, and wealthy Bengali zamindars, who were basically the influencers of that time, took Durga Puja to a whole new level, throwing huge community celebrations. These parties were a way for the zamindars to showcase their wealth, their power, and loyalty to the British, while still honoring their cultural roots. This is when Durga Puja turned into the cultural powerhouse we know today. Equal parts devotion, status, and social networking. After the Battle of Plassey in 1757, when the British East India Company seized control of Bengal, Navakrishna Dev, a prominent zamindar, decided to host a grand Durga Puja to commemorate this pivotal event. Fun fact, Robert Clive, the guy who led the British victory at Plassey, was even a guest at one of these pujas. Well, at the time, Navakrishna Dev was Clive's Persian interpreter and clerk. One fine day, when Clive was unable to pay his thanks to the Lord as the only church in Calcutta had been destroyed by the Nawab, Dev asked Clive to offer thanks to Ma Durga instead. Navakrishna Dev put his best foot forward and hosted a grand celebration for Clive at his mansion, with his priests holding an equally extravagant Durga Puja to commemorate the British triumph in Bengal. And that is how the tradition of Durga Puja came to be in Calcutta. From there, the festival kept growing, blending religious vibes with cultural celebrations and bringing people together from all walks of life. Even though it's evolved a lot over the years, the core message of Durga Puja has not changed. The ultimate victory of good over evil and the celebration of fierce feminine power. Whether you're into it for the spiritual vibes or the cultural experience, Durga Puja is all about art, creativity, and the energy of an entire community coming together. Every year, the streets of West Bengal are lit, idols of Durga are crafted with crazy detail, and the entire city feels alive. It's a time when everyone, no matter where they're from or what they believe, come together to worship Durga, the OG queen of taking down evil. The festival reminds us that, like Durga, we all have the power to fight through challenges, injustice, and anything that feels like a personal Mahishasura. And when the festival wraps up with the immersion of Durga's idol into the rivers, it's not really goodbye. It's a promise that her spirit and her energy are eternal. Just like a timeless battle, the power of good will always rise up and the divine feminine will continue to watch over us all. So yeah, Durga Puja is way more than what meets the eye. It's about embracing that same power and resilience within ourselves. Keep watching the Culture Project on India Today for more such stories because, as the Bengalis like to say, Asche bochor abar hobe.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today Newsmo.